important part of choosing the threads that you have for your quilt is blending them. And this is how I choose the threads that go into the quilt, especially when I want to use the multiple threads at one point. Now right now what I'm choosing the threads for is I want a couch along this border here. And I want something that's between this burgundy color and this hot pink color here. So I've chosen a couple of threads that I have, and I'll just draw off a long piece and lay it out over the quilt. I have another pink, I'm going to put it next to it, and then I have another burgundy. I think it might work. So we'll put them together, all three of these together, and I'm going to take those three and I'm going to twist them. And I'll lay it on that quilt to see what it looks like. Now I think that looks too stripy. It has too much of a variation in the threads. It doesn't blend well, if you ask me. It may for something else that you want to do, but for this particular project, I want it to be more pink. So I think I'm going to trade this dark one out and put this pink one in. And it was just in my stash. So I put these two threads that I already had with this additional pink thread and spin them. Lay them on the quilt. Well, it's getting closer, but it doesn't quite look dark enough now. It's looking pinker, but I want it to stand out a little bit more. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this light pink out now, set that aside, and I have a hot pink. I'm going to put this hot pink with these other two pinks that I have, twirl it. Now that looks like it's blending pretty well. It looks like that fabric color, the thread color looks all near about the same all the way down. I think that'll look really nice on there. But we also want to, I also like to add zingers. Okay, so my zinger in this particular case is going to be my variegated gold. Now I already did use the variegated gold in my border there. So I think I'll see what this looks like with the variegated gold in it. It might give it a little bit of a twinkle. I can't see it too much, but I think it'll show up nice once we get multiple strands pulled out at one time. So let's try that. So I'll swap out my threads. And it doesn't matter which one goes where. Any of them can go on any particular, in any particular order that you want. Now the problem is that I have a large spool of gold. And I want to use my gold with these three, but I can't put another one on top of that. It won't feed off correctly. So what I do with my variegated gold is I put it on a large bobbin. And this large bobbin is not, it was not an empty bobbin when I started. I actually had it filled part way with another color. So that way it wasn't wound really tightly around the bottom of my bobbin. So I'm just going to set that on top of that pink one. It doesn't, of course, again, it doesn't matter if you choose to put it on this one or if you choose to put it on that one, it'll work just the same. Grab all of those strands of thread, pull them up here to the white, make our slip knot, and we'll pull it through from the front and do our sewing. Too sick. Okay.